Hello and welcome to episode 10 of our Timberborn update to hard mode playthrough with the Folktales faction. Last episode, we built our observatory up here and started finally getting the beavers out of these death trap explosives factories. After wrongfully attributing a whole lot of injuries to beehives. Well, that's strictly speaking not entirely accurate, but we stopped some of the beavers from, becoming victims to the bees. And we're going to do a couple things to try and fix a lot of this, as well as moving the housing from this side of the map, most likely over here, or possibly over here. I got to figure out maybe a couple different ideas for getting stuff in here. It's going to be a whole lot more explosives. It's going to be a good time. In addition to that, we are a little less than 12 days from the end of this drought here in cycle 19. And we have a couple of other things that we're working on. Specifically, we have this mine right here. And we have golems working to make all of these things, the scrap metal into metal blocks, and then exporting the metal blocks to this other district here, which we are currently in the process of doing. Make sure I don't actually have this. No, I do. Okay, well that's fixed now, so that's good to see that we've been waiting this entire time just to do that, but that's okay. That's how you learn. So I would like for all of this scrap metal to go away before the end of the drought. I realize that's probably not very realistic because we are presently out of storage in this district, and we're waiting to build this guy with a whole bunch of gears that we don't really have. So that's going to be interesting. These guys will take care of that while we are looking at other stuff to do. So all of that being said, let's go ahead and put on our turbo speed and get right to work. So we need a lot more dandelions for our healer, who is now a barrel bot instead of a regular beaver. So what we're going to do is going to plant some over here because we have all this extra space. We hadn't really figured out what to do yet. Did I say dandelions? Yeah. So we'll just go ahead and plant a bunch of these guys. And just for good measure, we probably can't plant sunflowers here because there's no farm. Also, oh yeah, we're going to blow this up because that's always all sorts of fun. But we'll just go ahead and leave this like it is for right now. And I believe we can plant some sunflowers. I know this is kind of a mess. I'd like to get this a little bit more cleaned up whenever we have the chance. It's just one of those things that, takes a whole lot of time. And it's kind of difficult to really do the right way because we have in this district, well, we really don't have any sunflower seeds because they keep eating them before they can get turned into catalyst, which is unfortunate because we could be getting a big boost from our golems, except we, kind of can't. And also, this being the 10th episode, I was trying to hit some sort of major milestone because we're not going to be completely done today, but we should be able to build at least a couple of these monuments, hopefully. Obviously, the final end goal for the playthrough is to unlock and use all of the technology, all of the buildings, or as many of them as we can. And most likely the most difficult thing to do is going to be building the tribute to ingenuity, which we will have to find a place to put in this district. I can't remember if I said this or not, but I'm going to try and turn this district into entirely golem operated, including growing stuff for biofuel, having refineries and more power and all that stuff. And yes, that means getting rid of the power wheels, because we have this whole huge cliffside up here that we could do something with. But for the time being, I think we're going to go ahead and start the process of kind of enclosing all of this, which we will do by getting rid of Why is this guy down here? Get up here. Get out of here. We will do by blocking in this whole area here. Like so. I guess it doesn't really matter until the whole thing is closed off, right? Now the reason behind blocking this off, there really isn't one. I just want to keep something open a little bit. It just seemed like kind of a good idea to leave a little bit of this open to do some other stuff, including possibly some farming. But we also have some space up here we can take advantage of if we need to. There's a couple different things. We can always put in one of those water dumps as well. We just really need these guys to get this scrap metal out of here. Of course, now these are drying out, but we have a secret weapon for that. It's called a floodgate. So we'll let a little bit more water in. By a little, I mean a lot. Boy, it's not flowing very fast. That's kind of concerning. But there's nothing on that side that has to grow anyway, so that's fine. Is this now level? Okay, that's kind of alarming. Oh well. That'll be fine. How are we doing over here? Yeah, we're still waiting on a ton of this to get put in. That's really going to help us in the next drought to have that much more vertical storage. Yeah, now we can use this thing. They'll be able to finally get a lot more of this taken care of because everything's being taken away by the haulers. So that's all well and good. Now let's turn our attention over here. Because we have a lot of space that we could be using for beavers. If we come over here to our housing, we can take our triple lodge and do this, or we could do two side by side. Obviously, we need to blast out a little bit of space here to try and get everything fully taken care of. Or we could just build platforms underneath here and build lodges on the side of this, which, you know, is probably a little bit smarter in terms of space utilization, but isn't a super exciting option, I guess, is probably the best way to put that. And if we were to put something here, we'd have to have paths connecting it. And the way that this is set up is not really conducive to having something branch off from here, unless we were to take up a space here. We have 2, we have 4, we have 6. So we actually have 8 here. That if I were to put a staircase here, would mean we can only use 7 wide, which means we can only put 3 of these double lodges or 2 of the triple lodges, and that is just no bueno. So I guess we're going to have to get creative here. Also, this is a hideous disaster right here. It's bad. there's no getting around it. It's really ugly. We're actually not generating enough power. So what are we using all this power on? Well, besides the observatory and all these explosives factories and the golem factories and the assemblers and, you know, all that stuff. Oh, these trees are all going to die. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, maple trees dying is going to be a bad news. Well, I guess we'll just have to kind of replenish this. We'll see if we can get that up a little bit. We do have almost 8 full days left. So letting a little bit of water out to save some of this. Not that we really need to save the trees, but just to kind of keep stuff going nicely over here is probably the responsible, smart thing to do. Of course, we have to be gentle when we're getting stuff out of here because this can have the tendency to flood over here, and that's, you know, not always fun. Not a good time. Okay, 7.3 days. That's good. That is good news. That's as high as we're going to get here, and it looks like we have not been able to save this, which is unfortunate, but we do have more water down here, which is, you know, always allowed. Yeah, these maple trees will be fine because there's only 7 days left. The dandelions, it's going to be pretty close. We're going to be cutting it close on some of these, but, you know, could be worse. So back to this task at hand here. It's going to be an interesting problem because we don't really have another way of getting stuff up here. So if I were to put stuff here, it would have to be just a platform and then nothing underneath. But that's kind of a waste of space. Whereas if I were to put regular lodges on the bottom and then stack others on top, that could be a good use of space, except I wouldn't have anywhere to put the paths. And since paths cost nothing for us to actually build, we can do an approximation here. Yeah, and see, it's only going to reach to this part. And I really did not do myself any favors with the construction of this part of the map in particular. I guess I could put... Oh, this would be actually probably a pretty smart idea. Let's just cut off this whole thing here and put in a piece of dynamite right there, and then just move this staircase one over, and then just have this kind of intercept right here. That might actually get us where we want to be. Should add several tiles worth of travel here, but we're not going to know for sure until I actually do it because, well, you know how this stuff works. Yeah, we still need more power generation, and unfortunately the windmills aren't super reliable, but the water wheels are worse. In a 30-day drought, you are not going to have anything on your water wheels. So let's see, what can we possibly pause? I think we can safely pause the wood workshop for a very long time. That does take a pretty substantial amount of power, so having that turned off is probably smart. Let's see. We have so many planks. I think we can pretty safely pause our plank production for the time being. Because we have 1,300 planks. I think we're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. So I think to start off our little housing adventure here, I believe go ahead and put in like this, because I'm really taking a gamble that this will actually work. It should cut off a substantial amount of travel, so we will see momentarily just how well this is going to pay off. Yes, it's going to reach. Perfect. Wonderful. Absolutely love to see it. And then, of course, right on top, we'll come right back around and put these 4. So these are 6 apiece. So we have 24 here. And then we have another 12. So we have 36 capacity just off of this thing right here, which means as these are constructed, we can start closing down some of these. And I think we're going to start with these right here. Just get those 3 out of the way, and they can start moving in over here. Shouldn't take too much longer to build these things. But part of the reason behind wanting to do this is so the beavers will be closer proximity to different jobs or recreation. So right now we have beavers working in the observatory, and we also have a campfire over here. And we're going to have some other stuff for them to do as well, other opportunities to take advantage of. And eventually, I'm going to get rid of one of these explosives factories, probably this one, and put another staircase up here for them to get up to this from these houses. That is going to be a problem for later. Like now we have yeah, we're looking good here. I'll go ahead and get rid of these, and now we have some extra space over here to either plant something or move some industry or do literally anything else with. And that's exciting. Okay, we got another 6 here, so this is now going to be 18. Yeah, we can start closing down more of these. And I think we're going to want to do these guys right here. Yeah, we're in good shape. Get rid of these. These guys are going to have to go be bored somewhere else, and we're going to make other things for them to do. Nobody's using the campfire yet. Well, that's fine. We have other things for them to do. We're going to try and put in, I think if I can do this correctly, we can put in a little irrigation area and then just put the Lido down into that by cutting a 4x1 swath of a hole, I guess. Or 4x2, excuse me. And then just kind of sticking this down here and seeing exactly what the best area for that would be. I'm thinking maybe right here if we dynamite a little bit more of this down and see what it is we're able to do. Because then this whole area could be planted with some more trees to maybe free up this for some more, you know, actual plants. So we'll go ahead and unplant this area. And I think, how much are we done over here? Okay, there's still a decent bit for us to put down as far as dynamite goes in this area. Okay, these guys are now out of scrap metal, which means these can all go away. Which means that we can now focus our efforts on building this kind of stuff. Okay, they're saying they can't reach anything, which means we need to just build these. They'll get done with that. And then we can actually probably just go ahead and close this off. And they should be able to do that. Yep, we're making science as soon as these guys have the ability to, you know, actually do anything. Yeah, we need to get gravity batteries over here. I don't know if that's going to be this episode or not. Depends on the progress we make for the other stuff. This district still has 129 water. We have 3 days. We're going to be okay. Even though all of the water is gone from up here now, which is a little concerning. But nothing's going to die, except this stuff that's already dead. So I think we're going to be okay, and we can leave them alone for the time being. Now, we have a capacity for 102 beavers. I think we want to try and keep it around 100. So to that end, we're going to... Now, why does this keep fluctuating? Because that's only occupied beds. All right, well, that can go bye-bye. I wonder where these guys are going. Oh, that's for the entire map. Never mind, I'm dumb. Yeah, we got 15 beds over here, and this will eventually be going a little lower once we have a little bit more taken care of over here. Got to get these guys to build. If we have an unemployed beaver, guess what? You work in the district center now, and you're going to start building. Okay, and we're still importing only biofuel and logs, which is good. That's exactly what we need. All right, how's this? This is still topped up. That's looking good. Aquatic farming doing quite well. We now have some of our houses over here. And I think I'm going to figure out if I want to blast this away. Yeah, I think we're going to want to do that, because then I can put a Maybe not. That's 2 levels high, so we might actually not want to do that. We've got 9 golems we can assign to something, so let's see. Do I have enough? Yes, we're going to assign golems to the golem part factories and finally get one of the most dangerous jobs for beavers off the market. That sound is just a little annoying, clicking things over and over again. Yes, I know I could have gone through the jobs menu, but what's the fun of that? These guys are all working somewhere, I think. Should be. We have 61 golems now, so that's actually a really nice accomplishment. 34 incapacitated beavers. Alright. Somebody left a comment saying that if you keep clicking this, it's going to cycle through. That'll tell you whether they're injured or whether they have a bee sting or something. You can see different effects, but I don't... I guess we could just look up here. I've not actually done this before. Yeah, the snoring is a little annoying. Anybody see any bees? Hold on. Oh, okay, well I clicked past it. That was a negative effect, so I guess let's just go a little slower. Okay, one of those had negative 50. I think if I have to listen to this anymore, I'm going to shoot myself, so we're gonna stop that. Would love the option to toggle some of those sounds off. I actually don't know if that's a possible thing to do in the game or not. But okay, while we are, they're just all getting injured. They're not working in all these dangerous things anyway. Okay. Okay, now they're waiting on dandelions. Oh, right, because these all died, of course. A+. Is this all planted? Wow, okay. Looking, I won't say good, better. Oh, that's right, I was going to try to irrigate this area. But now the problem is getting dynamite laid here because there's not really... It's not really a good path to get up here unless I build stairs up. Which, to be honest, seems kind of wasteful, but at the same time, you know, it's just one of those things where just kind of can't be avoided. Just like having to build temporary scaffolding just to plant explosives and then explode it all later. So that's fine. So I really thought these batteries would do a little better. But drought's over. And minimal things died, like half of these trees. Well, we're going to go ahead and just lower this all the way down and get everything hydrated again. It's probably going to take a little while because we were just so low. So that's, again, part of the reason why I've been planting so many explosives here is to just get more water stored. And as we have the ability to gather more explosives and have a stockpile of stuff, I want to do that to a couple of other areas as well. Probably up here, if I can. That's going to take a lot, and it's going to be a very long time. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm really hoping they can finish these before this floods. We do have 100 logs stored. That should be enough to take care of pretty much everything that's going on. I guess I could start bringing more golems in here, but I want to make sure that we are taking care of as much stuff as we can over here. And these guys need 10,000 science to start using golems there. 32 incapacitated beavers, I swear. I've taken almost all the dangerous jobs away, and they still somehow find a way to become injured, which is honestly kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie, that is industrial amounts of incompetence. They're not working here anymore. They're not working in the explosives factory. They're not working in the parts factory for the golems. They're only working in the assemblers. Actually, what jobs are they even doing? A bakery? Yeah, that's dangerous. I guess you could burn yourself, but it's not really in the high range of incidents for injuries. Distribution posts, you really shouldn't get injured doing that. District center, no. All the farmhouses, all the foresters, all the explosives factories, all the gather flags, all the gear workshops, all the part factories, all the grills, all the hauling, well, one of the hauling posts, the healer. The only thing that beavers are actually doing is working in the inventor and a couple of the lumberjack flags, the mine, the observatory, paper mill, and the refineries. One of the smelters has a beaver in it? No. No, you have a golem now. Yeah, the beavers really aren't doing anything. They really aren't. So I don't know how they're getting so injured. Aside from just, or incapacitated, excuse me, aside from just wandering into the bee fields for having nothing to do. Well, we did give them a carousel. We're not going to have a mud bath quite yet. We could put a temple somewhere. We could find a good spot for it. Problem is it requires a lot of flat, empty space. Does this reach all the way over here? Sure does. Hey, guess what? You want a temple? Hey, you can go all the way out here. I think that should reach. Yeah, there you go. Put a temple out there. Let's see. I haven't unlocked shrines. Probably could put a lot more of those out. Try to find some useful spaces for those. I think we probably actually should put in beaver statue. Yes, put a beaver statue there and put a shrine. Well, I guess I can elevate the importance of the beaver statue. Then put a shrine right next to it. I guess we're really hard pressed for the explosives, huh? Oh, we hit a bottleneck on paper. Okay, so this guy definitely should be a golem. Work overtime. Okay, we still have 1,100 planks. We're looking good. There we have 569 metal blocks. Well, that's good. Still waiting for sunflower seeds, I guess. We really should be growing a lot more of those. Alright, this is completely full now. We can go ahead and top this up to 2.5 and let this backfill. Okay, we're almost done here. We just have these two. I think by the time this gets full enough to really back up anyway, it should be all ready to go. We have these two right here. Yep, good progress being made there. That's a lot of logs, sheesh. Are they even using these things? I guess I can't really tell. 22 incapacitated beavers, that's an improvement. Some of you suggested using fences. I have never, in any playthrough, used fences. I'm not going to waste metal on this. I guess we could try... planks probably would look nice. But, oh, that's why... The reason I really didn't want to mess with this is this takes up a whole block. And that is, you know, just kind of not ideal. To take up an entire block worth of stuff. But if we were to, you know, block some of this stuff off, then in the name of science and beaver defense, I should be able to guarantee some modicum of safety for our beavers. All right, 3 days. We have another drought coming. It's probably going to be a long one if I had to guess. Just a hunch. So I guess we'll just put all of this stuff kind of behind fences. It seems like it's kind of a waste of a lot of prime farming real estate, but if we only want the golems to be able to do this stuff, then, you know, it's one of the things you just kind of have to do. All right, let's put in very slowly our planks. I guess I don't really need to put fences down here. Plank fences. But that's fine. We're finally starting to get some stuff done over here. Let's see, what other fun stuff can we do for the beavers? Mud baths, again, are going to be a terrain terraforming thing. Realistically not happening this episode. Maybe the next one. But we're getting to the point where there's not really that much more left to do. I guess we could build a labor monument somewhere. Kind of probably spread these out. Well, this one's 200. Yeah, look at that. So we could put... I guess this one could go here-ish. That sounds like a decent spot for one. Give them something to do. I think they can still build this. Yeah. So we'll put that there. We can also put in some of these roofing things. I'm not planning on moving anything above this anyway, because we're not really trying to have a huge population. We're just going to try and make stuff a little bit better. Now, let's see. Okay, this is full. I probably should have done this a long time ago, but this is fully done here, so we can go ahead and get this set up. 1.7 days till the next drought. Don't know how long it's going to be. Do we have all of this planted? I was a little hasty here. But I believe if I have this all set up correctly, they should be able to, yes. All right, let's, with extreme haste, plant these guys. 1.4 days. I wanted to get this filled up before the drought kicked in. We actually don't have enough dynamite to really do this. Wait, of course we can still do this while the drought's happening, but you know, it's always better to just get everything done ahead of time. Not that I'm super worried about it. We'll come back to that before this drought starts and check to see. Of course, we want to get this knocked down as well. It's a work in progress. Okay, we now have 24 unemployed beavers. So I think you know what we're going to do is put in some more of these inventors. There's no entrance there? Okay, duh. That's why. Put in something there. Oh, I whiffed on the placement of this thing. Okay. Can I? Yes. We can put at least 4 of these over here. They'll probably get removed at some point very soon. But having 4 more opportunities for these guys to do some research is always going to be a good idea. Now, 0.6 days. How close are we on? It's gonna be close, but I can't set this off until we have the explosives all planted, which is a problem I should have foreseen and you know, done a better job with. But what are you gonna do? Just have to wait for these guys to get these things planted down. Looks like we have a couple more coming in very slowly. All right, can I get away with raising this to 3 and not completely flood everything? We're gonna find out. Okay, somebody's happy about something. Now, if I time this correctly, this is going to be at maximum height right when this drought starts, and it won't overtop my levees, and then I'll have plenty of water stored up. Absolute galaxy brain moment, except in a good way. Good. Okay, we have a 23-day drought. Of course, probably not going to get through all of that, but we did get this completely filled up here, which means, well, one, I'm going to block this off. We can actually wait now for these to all be put in place before we start blowing things up. And this is successfully completed. Why do we have no beavers working here? Are we all dead? Huh. Oh, we're thirsty. Okay, well that shouldn't have happened. Anybody die of thirst? I can't see anything. I guess they were prioritizing their jobs poorly. Huh, well. They can all come get some water now. It's no big deal. We are very, very close. 21. Bee stings going down, injuries going down. Is this flooded again? How did this get water in it? This really should not have gotten... Okay, that's not connected to the thing at all. Oh, but it did let more water in that way. Okay, well that's not ideal. All right. I know we didn't... Oh, they did finish this. Wow. I love that sound so much. It's so dumb. These guys are lacking logs. Okay, we got one more. One more dynamite, and then... Yes. Which now means we can put in this one. Since we have so much water still waiting for us. I think it's going to be fine. We'll put this guy in. And then we'll set everything off. We'll have these stairs here that we'll probably have go all the way down. That's a fun one. It actually lowered the water level pretty substantially. Almost half a block, so that is a great increase in capacity for us there. We'll go ahead and let this fill up. Go back to our underwater view. Yeah, so we could actually, if we wanted to, we could put another set of stairs down and eventually dynamite this down even further to get some extra capacity, even though it wouldn't ever be seen outside of this. It would really only be good for, I guess, a deep water pump, which this faction doesn't have. Well, they have the mechanical water pump that only goes down to 4, which is presently the full depth on this. So I guess there's really not a reason for us to go down any further. Okay, put this down to 2.5. Yep, it's already down that low. Okay, so we have this whole area now can be, I guess, made look a little nicer. I thought I got rid of all this. Oh, that should have been disappeared already. Oh well. Oh, I guess I didn't need to specify a direction because it just kind of goes, huh? Well, that's all right. So I guess we'll just have this connect everywhere. Use up some of our extra planks, although we really don't have that many extra planks. But hopefully this will dissuade some of our less intelligent beavers from coming inside. Even though I guess the builders... Oh, we should have made the... No, the builders are all golems. I guess that's the other guys? The haulers, maybe? But I thought those were also golems. I don't know. Kind of confusing at this point. But what can you do? This one get, nope, not yet. So we lost a little bit of space for the growing of plants, but hopefully this helps prevent some of our less intelligent beavers from walking into beehive land. 34 unemployed beavers. We could use some more of these science huts, actually. Inventor huts. I always call stuff by the wrong name. Inventor. It's just an inventor. It's not even a hut. Okay, 25. Looking good. Now, we need to find some places to put some more houses over here. I don't know how far away I can get. Oh, we've got space. So I could actually, if I felt like it, put in some beaver houses. I actually can't get to these, so maybe not. But I could put some along this back edge. If it weren't, you know, a single height. Actually, I could just blow this all up. Why not? There's no rule that says I can't. Well, there's not really rules anyway. But if I were to do that, then I could actually get in here to build some of these guys here. And that's all sorts of fun. So I think if I do that, I'll put this here. This will end up being a staircase. That's the wrong key. And then I could easily, theoretically, come through here and do something. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and... yeah, blast that right out of there. So that's 1. That's going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll need to have that many go here. Which I think this should still be in range. It will be once the stairs are in place. We'll get them to build these things. And then I guess I could just go ahead and start placing these things. Why not? They can't build these until these platforms are in the way. So this will be another 30. Eventually get rid of all of these. And then figure out some other way to occupy space over here. Alright, we are not producing any more metal, scrap metal in this district because this is currently doing science. And a very poor job at that. We're not losing anybody to thirst. Okay, these guys really... we have water stored up. I don't know what they're doing. Don't want to unlock for golems. I want to save to have the golems start building themselves. Incapacitated beavers, just 7. Okay, we're making progress. We're making good strides. Oh, I knew this was going to be... too far. Well, I guess we don't have to have this whole side blown up, do we? That's fine. It's just going to be a whole thing. Guess we can get rid of that. Okay, making good progress here. Then that will be... I think just do the exact same thing over here. Actually, no. No, we'll just put the stairs here. We're not going to need more than that. We'll just have this whole thing connect up here. We'll leave 2 space on this side to facilitate movement of something else. And I really, a long time ago, should have built another one of these paper mills, because we're going to need paper to build more of these windmills, and I'm surprised I hadn't done it already. And also, you know, books. So do I have a nice spot for a paper mill? I believe... Okay, well, this building really isn't set up in a great way for that. I think what we're going to do is actually get rid of one of these and start putting in some paper mills. Oh, but I also said I was going to put a staircase here. Well, what if we got rid of 2 of them? How about that? I really hope they'll get this paper out of here, though. The world may never know. I actually don't know if they will. If they don't, that's going to be pretty... okay, no, that's good. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, no, now it's not connected anymore. Don't worry, we're going to fix that. Okay, I can put this guy here. They have thoroughly boomed me, as the kids would say. Okay, what if we did... we'll just put one of those there. That'll be fine. Okay, let's get this out of here. We'll put in... No, just 1 dynamite. Put in a staircase here. Have another one there. And then this should connect right here. Once this is blown up, that'll be a nice use of space. I'm sure there's a more productive use of how stuff is laid out here. But I just kind of want to get this going at this point. Because we need to start making some more of these windmills. And I got to figure out some place to put those without having to build scaffolding all over the entire ocean. Which is not a super appealing prospect. Alright, but we now have all of this area is kind of cleared out. So what I was thinking of doing, putting another one of these water dumps in, maybe right about here. I know it's not going to irrigate up above here too much, but I've got some other ideas for that one. Plant some stairs up there. But yeah, let's go ahead and put a dynamite right here. Water going down. Okay, we'll do a little bit of a release here. Just to backflow this area, because this is the only thing we're pumping out of, even though we have tons. We have so much, and we really are just not using all of it. I guess we could just kind of leave this the way it is. We need to get rid of some of these right here. Yeah, sorry about you sleeping, but we did have to eliminate some of our capacity overnight, you know. These things happen. Go ahead and put in another inventor. I will use the correct name for the building here. I think we can safely get rid of a couple more. Why do we have 6 homeless beavers? We should have, if there's 6 free beds and 6 homeless beavers, you know, that really shouldn't be a thing. There's almost no conceivable way that should be occurring. Okay, we'll leave that one there because the dandelions are actually, you know, in the process of... Are these gathered from a gather? I can't ever remember. We don't have a gatherer flag over here. That's why it's not being... Sheesh. Been wasting all this time. Okay. Well. Can have a golem work there anyway. We don't need these here either, but I'm not going to get rid of them in case we have to go over there again. I will plant some more dandelions. Just have this guy sit here and get dandelions. Okay, and we have a couple of other fence segments that we can put in. I guess we can just kind of leave this open, hope no beavers will come into bee land. 7 incapacitated beavers. That's an improvement, I suppose. All right, get this out of the way, and we'll put in one more of these. Okay, we're making paper mill. I mean, I guess. Yeah, we'll just make these all golems. All right. Don't tell me. We just keep having this whole district die off, huh? That's where all these extra beds and all these extra jobs are coming from. That just doesn't make sense. I guess I probably should be setting a minimum of higher than... Well, I guess I could just go up to... What is this, 15? Yeah. That sounds pretty good to me. Well, I don't need 15 adult beavers. I just need... Well, I guess ideally I want 15 adult beavers. But now I can have these guys work here. Generating science. Or, you know, exporting. Or working in the hauling post as needs dictate. Other duties as assigned is, I believe, the corporate term for do what we tell you to do or you're fired. All right, water dump. I guess I'll put... I'm going to have a path. I didn't think about this. Which actually... Oh, they already started building it. Oh, well. How soon until these are... Okay, these are half built. All right. Could be a horrible mistake, but to be able to use this, we're going to have to just kill these 5 trees. I know that's a whole 40 logs that I could have been doing anything with, but, you know. Oh, I lied. 2 more. Oh, we want to get this thing rolling. Well, I guess I could just have a regular beaver work this job. What's the harm in that, right? It's not like the beavers really get to do anything anyway. But I think it would be really cool if none of the beavers had to work. They could just hang out all day. Beaver utopia, or what have you. Alright, I was going to lower part of this. Okay, good. That did exactly what I wanted it to do, but there's really no point in lowering this 1 block because I can now see that this too high is not getting irrigated from it. So unfortunately that was kind of a bust, but the good news is we can start planting some more sunflowers over here as this stuff is made available, and we'll plant some more trees up here. I'm assuming this will reach. Yeah, it'll reach the whole thing. Plant some more maple trees. Then turn all of this into sunflowers down here. And hopefully our beavers will stop eating all of them. Just trying to think, is there anything else I can be kind of doing here? All right, 119 we can get rid of. Sorry, in the middle of your sleep. but I'm not that sorry. Okay, let's do. I guess we want to have 100 beds. So maybe I don't get rid of these quite yet. So I should build a couple more things over here. I could just do single high things over here, because I could just build a oh, no, I like this idea much better. Try and see if there's a better way to go about this. Yes, let's try this. See if this is going to be a bad idea or not. Just have kind of a another stack of these houses here. But if I do this, that creates a double stack there, which I can then top with a decorative roof. Except, does this reach all the way over there? Wow, it does not. I probably, on second thought, should have put this guy over here. I wish I could move him. But if I were to put in this other... Oh, we have 10,000. Goodbye. This is a barrel bot land now. Alright, and I think I can turn these back into beaver jobs, just to try and free up some of our golems to make more of their own kind. They're out of potato. No, they're not out of potatoes. We have so many potatoes. Are you kidding me? I got 2,000 potatoes you guys can be using to make literally anything. All right, sunflower seeds are still lacking. We're getting there. But I was going to unlock this, but no. Wow. Okay, what else can I put over here? I don't think there's a 2x2 thing. No. Not really. But the good news is these beavers all have to walk through this area to get anywhere in the map anyway, so I guess we don't really need to worry about it. Okay, and these should connect right here. So I guess I could actually... Ooh, if I wanted to do... something a little more interesting, I could just have this go down in this tile and then lower this entire thing and have another stack of lodges here, but I don't think we want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these three. I guess I could have left those paths there, just built adventure huts. So I guess, well, it doesn't cost anything to get rid of the paths. I want to get rid of that bush. So once these are all built over here, this actually should pretty much eliminate our need to have any more lodging over here. So I'll just go ahead and get rid of it, because why not, right? No reason for that. We can streamline how this is all set up. Unfortunately, this rooftop terrace is going to end up going away over here, because there's no need, really. I could put a small warehouse and just put it on top of that. Might actually be the smart thing to do. But I believe we'll be okay without it. So let's actually go ahead and just get this whole thing disassembled. Yes, I know you're stranded. It's a very, very tragic story. Okay, that is taken care of. This is a whole mess right here. So let's take a very brief moment to consider how poor the planning on this actually was to do this. Okay. We'll put this here. We will put in, take this out, pop in a small warehouse of indeterminate contents, put in the rooftop terrace just like that, and get these guys back in action here. Of course, we'll need to get that taken care of before these guys get permanently stuck forever. This is progressing slowly. I guess I could just go ahead and put more roofing up over here. Nothing really wrong with that. In terms of paper, we're still not making a ton. I am going to go ahead and start building another one of these right here. I don't think I can get away with putting another one over the top of this path, but we're going to try it real quick. Oh, it's just the power connection being blocked. That's all right. That is A-okay. So that'll help having these two here. I guess I probably could have just daisy-chained these together, but you know how it goes. Okay, we should have... Okay, good. This will get us up to 96, which is probably more along the lines of what we want in this thing anyway. Yes, I know. I know they have to build... Are we out of planks? No, we're not out of planks. I don't think we're out of planks. Well, I guess I have to turn these back on and have a couple of beavers work there because I don't have enough golems yet. Oh, I forgot how low we were on these. That's a problem. It appears I have played myself. So we'll let those guys go back at it for just a little bit. Get us some more planks. And then I think we're going to be just about out of time. In fact, we're probably already out of time. We're already past an hour. But I think this is pretty good progress for today. We've managed to move the housing all over here around the observatory. We have our campfire. We have... I didn't get to do the Lido thing quite yet. I've got to find another spot to put one of those. Maybe that'll be a episode 11 project. Yeah, we're just kind of hamstrung until we can get this entire thing put back up where it belongs. And this guy doesn't even have a path. Now he does. Okay, but we are doing really, really well. These guys are... Why are you just sleeping in the middle of the... Oh, homeless. We shouldn't have any homeless beavers here. Oh, okay. That's right, because I wanted to have 15. Okay, well. They'll get it figured out. So we actually have enough people working the distribution post to export stuff. So that's all well and good. We have plenty of water stored up. We're doing fine. Actually, how's this district look for water? 257. They'll be fine. They'll be perfectly okay. This is now fixed again. Yeah, these guys are out of fuel. No surprise there. None whatsoever. And this is looking good. Yeah, I think 96 beds is probably about where we want to be. This number will eventually go down as some of these start dying off. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. We have some progress. We have the, wow, we have the labor monument done. We're almost ready for the Flame of Progress. We might actually get there before I finish my little end of episode speech. Actually, before I even start it here. Yep, there's our 3,000. We'll go ahead and unlock that. And this guy is going to go right on top of this. And you might be saying, why are you doing that? It's in the middle of nowhere. No one's going to walk past it. Well, you know, enough of them are going to walk past it, okay? It'll be fine. Plus, it kind of balances stuff out. And I like how it looks in the middle. So that'll be something that gets built next time. Yeah, look at this. We've got our golem production is now fully automated. Golems making golems, which is always exciting fun. We're still kind of not in the right spot on some of this stuff. But, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That's all back to where it should be. We have remaining to unlock from science perspective. We have 12,000 here for the tribute to ingenuity. We have all this stuff we really kind of don't need. We'll probably end up doing anyway. We have the mud bath, so we're at like 14, including all of this. We're at like 16,000-ish. We could do another 4,000 for terrain, maybe 5,000 if you count other stuff. So we still have a pretty good way to go as far as science goes. About another, maybe including all of this, about another 25, 30,000 science points. I'm not great at math. But we definitely have enough to justify employing all of our beavers solely in inventors. So, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. Oh, we need a path here. Okay, that solves that problem. But we're going to build a whole lot more inventors and get our beavers thinking. Except right here, I can't put one because I don't have anywhere to put it. Is this even connected? No, it's not. What am I doing? I'm making a mess out of stuff over here is what I'm doing. All right, so we'll sort this out. This is kind of a disaster, but we'll get it figured out. That's gonna have to be a next episode thing. We have just over a week of this drought left, which means next episode will be probably all of cycle 21, including the wet season and then that entire drought. And then maybe a little bit more of that. But yeah, lots to be happy with here. We are slowly making things just a little bit better. One bit at a time. And it's fun to have you guys here. As always, I appreciate each and every comment I get down there in the comment section. Any questions, comments, concerns, want to roast me, want to brag about something you did in the game, want to ask a question about anything that I have done so far or have yet to do. Comment section is an open book. Just do try to be respectful of people, even if you're disagreeing with them. We always have a fun time talking about the game, and I always learn something every single video I put up. Somebody has a very helpful comment that they put in that is a very welcome addition to my repository of Timberborn knowledge. But yeah, we're now under a week left in this into the drought here, and it's time to say goodbye. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and whatever you're doing, stay safe, have a good time, and until we see you, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.